Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome you back to another episode of our Thalassocracy miniseries in the Humankind closed beta. The series has been a wild ride, folks, almost as wild as the seas themselves, and I feel as though this might actually be the series finale. We are just about to enter the last era that we actually have access to in this closed beta, and it's just a matter of, again, obviously, acquiring the era stars and taking us to the end game. I'm not sure how many wars are going to be declared on us at the same time, but I certainly feel as though there's at least one coming our way. We saw at the end of the previous session, the English, who have become the Haudenosaunee, are very excited to go to war with us. Maybe we'll try and push our own war support against them as well. You know, hit them for trespassing. Maybe try and force them to make some demands and refuse their demands and force a war, just so we can push down and take some more of their territories, and we can move towards some more militarist stars especially. But beyond that as well, I mean, we get along with quite a few people. The Romans were allies. We've got the Ghanaians over here at peace. Oh, there might actually be a war over here. They're quite excited to fight us as well. So I think if something breaks out between us and the Haudenosaunee, these guys might come after us as well. We have the Nubians, we got along as well, we're allies, and we have, of course, our vassals, and then there were the Huns, eliminated at the end of the previous session. Absolutely wild to see. But folks, time will tell what comes for us and what comes for our enemies, I suppose. The first order of business is to check out some of these events, then we'll dive on into the conversation about who to pick for the next era. We're so far ahead as far as fame is concerned. I was just looking at the you must reach the highest fame score to win the game. I was like, where are we sitting? Well ahead of any competition. Well ahead of any competition. Now, folks, as we dive into some of these events and things, I just want to mention really quickly, and as always, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see more Humankind on the channel, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Again, makes a very big difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do, what I don't do. If you've been watching the series, you know the drill by now. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts, leave your opinions, leave your likes. Helps me make decisions on the channel. With that said, let's get this party started. What's going on over here? The human cost. A continuation of our previous event where we were accepting of refugees. It hasn't been easy, but refugees scattered across the Empire have, by and large, been warmly welcomed by the populace. People have shared cooking traditions, plots of land, and as many comforts as they can afford. Many say it is because of the Empire's worldly outlook. Oh, that's interesting. So is it actually a result of our... Oh, that's really cool. If it is the result of our overall ideologies, I like that. That it's not just a dice roll. Cool. Harmony. With the refugees genuinely welcomed, they've become productive citizens, prosperous on 5 cities. Yeah, because we need more money. Excellent. Sounds good to me. Nice. Not going to complain about it. And what do we have? We have a couple of idle armies over here as we continue to explore the yet unexplored, I suppose. Ooh, another world deed accomplished over here. Gunung Mulu has been discovered by us. We're the first to do it. Where is it? This? Nice. The caves beneath the striking pinnacled mountainside is said to be home to endless bats, bottomless shafts, and lost souls. Poof, dark. Influence, stability, and money. I mean, of course we're going to claim this for ourselves. This is all ours. Everything here is going to be ours. No reason not to claim it. Very well. I'm glad I moved in the right direction. An urgent affair is an expedition for the state. A well-connected foreign sailor has approached your court, seeking funds to mount a naval expedition. He seems a driven, ambitious man, stung by the expedition's rejection by his own country. Columbus? By sailing from the grand maritime city of Byblos, he believes he can discover a new, more efficient route to distant lands by sea. What do you say? Okay. I will fund him. It matches our world view, right? Will he really discover a sea route, or will this be wasted coin? Nonetheless, we have the money. There's a chance of good consequences. Sure. Funded. Done. Now, as we do that, I also want to actually very quickly over here take a look at our civic options, because it would be a good idea to get ourselves that +1 city cap. We're actually over our limit. Small council makes most sense for us. It aligns with our kind of liberty approach, I suppose. A handful of the wisest heads to give good counsel. Enact the small council. Just helps our city cap over here, I suppose. And I think that's everything we need to do before we dive into the next era, perhaps? These guys are still trying to... There we go. Thank you for the reminder. Go ahead and choose our next culture. So again, as we enter the industrial era, obviously there are a lot of cultures that exerted their power overseas. Overseas. See what I did there? We have a lot of options here, folks. A lot of them make sense. I think the one I'm going to go for, I mean, I hope you see why it kind of lines up the most among all of our options. Now, the options are, in my opinion at least, primarily the British. They've got their redcoats, they've got their colonial office, talking about overseas power. And we all very well know, you know, who rules the waves and all that. We've got the French, who would also make sense, considering their, you know, colonial expanses. However, none of their unique structures or units really line up with the idea of overseas control, I would say. You know, whereas the British at least have the colonial office, which also is an interesting building. You can only build it in the territories of your vassals, which is pretty cool. It generates money for them, but also for the liege. I think that's pretty cool. There's the Germans, who have the U-boat, and then the coking works. So they're tempting as well because they have the U-boat, but we're never going to get there. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think we're going to get there as far as technology is concerned, which is a bit of a bummer. I was really hoping, but I genuinely don't think we're going to get there. Italians, again, makes sense as well, but also none of these options really line up with that. Mexicans, the Russians, the Siamese. You know, the Siamese kind of make sense, again, given their location, I suppose. But apart from the floating market, which... it's not like a dock or anything like that. It doesn't really make sense either. And the Gatling Elephant, while cool, it doesn't really apply. And the Zulu, of course, they don't align with our line of thinking. So I do think... oh, by the way, the Austro-Hungarians have a really cool unit over here. Sly, ignore hostile zones of control. Gunner, ranged combat unit, must have line of sight to attack. Fights at full combat strength, even when defending against close combat attacks. I was thinking about a different unit, actually, as well. Like, these guys, I like Sly on them. But we have, I think, with the... Soldaderas, the guerrilla fighters. Stealth unit that remains hidden even when attacking. That's pretty cool. Especially in like a multiplayer game or something. That'd be wild. Anyway, we're going to be the British. I think it makes most sense. We've got vassals. It'll help with science a little bit as well. And even though we won't get to some of the technology we need, I think it makes the most sense. I think it makes the most sense. Though the U-boat of the Germans does draw me in as well. We're going to go ahead with the expansionist British as we continue to expand our territories overseas, as we've been doing for the last session and now continuing on this session as well. So now we are, after having defeated the English, I suppose, we are now the British.
The world gets larger, the cities expand, buildings reach higher, and roads stretch longer. And yet, the world gets smaller as bridges unite lands, towns congest, and railroads bring distant goods to the doorstep. Anything seems possible in this wondrous future, though as humankind grows, the planet itself appears to shrink.
Another beauty. I love them. I really hope we could... oh man, if we can get to like the railroad or something. Again, I've got a whole video about how these eras really change so much. I was hoping to get to them in this series. Show you the railway, show you artillery, show you aircraft. I have that video again. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't already seen it, which is about how the later era technologies change things. But it would have been nice to, yeah, play it, you know, and show you guys how it looks in action, I suppose. But again, from a technological perspective, I think we've barely scratched... are we even... okay, we're doing the gunpowder warfare literally right now. Oh man. If I wanted to get... it's also far away. Hey, the movable typeface is up over here. Also very far away. I mean, some of these things will research a lot faster now, though. Feels like. Flintlock over here for the musketeers, the man of war. Military coordination for the howitzer. But if I wanted to get, say, the trains, if I wanted to get planes, aeronautics is all the way at the end. The torpedo boat, and I believe the U-boat as well, is under combustion engine. You can see how far away some of these things are. The steam engine is up over here. We could try and work towards that, I suppose. Oh, man. Remasted ship. Takes us to movable typeface. Takes us to the steam engine. Sure. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Three-masted ship. Movable typeface. Steam engine. Yeah, sure. Alright. Let's try it. Meanwhile, up over here, we're going to continue expanding, of course. And actually, as expansionists, we should probably consider target another empire's outpost or administrative center with an army to forcibly add it to your empire. This will take the army a few turns and can be interrupted. You cannot trigger multiple annexations at the same time, and will need to wait a few turns after each successful annexation before using this affinity action again. Now, I don't know. You have to target them with an army, but you can't get in there unless you're at war. So how does that work? Right? You know what I mean? I'm a little curious about how you're supposed to use that. More saltpeter available down over here as well, it seems. Good stuff, good stuff. Go ahead and push on down over here. Biblos, what to do with you? Stability is dropping drastically. How about we go ahead and establish their garrison up top over here now. Beauty. Yeah, sure, let's pay for you. Let's go ahead and pay. Let's establish another one, perhaps, by the coast over here. Yeah, that makes sense. Beauty. Still dropping, though. Still dropping our overall stability. It's wild. We have so many options, man. I don't need more money. Though, actually, it helps us gain merchant stars, I suppose. Market quarters. Main plaza. Let's get the Great Fish Market. +5 money per naval trade route. +4 money on harbor. God knows we got plenty of harbors, so let's go ahead and do that. Over here, we're still exploring this region over here to try and acquire these pearls. If we convert you into a city, 85 influence, not that bad. Well, let's go ahead and get the pearls first. Establish a harbor as well. Right next to the city, why not, I think, right? Sure, down over here, why not? Let's do that, and then let's go ahead and make it a city, yeah. London. Very well. So be it. And what we can do is we can actually attach these little islands up over here as well to London, I think. Now what to do with you? Ability's looking alright. Go ahead and... I mean, Jesus, sure, let's do that. Establish a couple science quarters, perhaps, or maybe farmers' quarters over here. I don't know, this is a good idea. Getting ourselves tied into another, a whole other city at this point, starting from scratch. Looks like we've got access to coal over here if we ever get the technology to actually mine it out. Guys, we'll wait over here for a little bit. These guys, let's go ahead and poking around. Can you disembark? What do you got? And population, fair enough. Get you out there. Over here, this outpost continues to be built. Over here, we are again dancing around, it looks like. I don't know why. Okay, hang tight. I actually quite like the idea of having two cities over here, actually. Don't know what real value it'll have for us. We're just doing stuff for fun now. Can you imagine making decisions for fun? Where is this war?
Snake approaches.
I should maybe push for one myself. Thing is, see, if they're technologically advanced as far as units are concerned, that is a cause for concern. Let me get off. Oh, I just don't. Our movement points were full this time. I don't understand it. Don't understand it. 4 and 7, 3 and 8. I mean, I wouldn't mind the saltpeter and stuff down over here. Go up over there. Go up and down this hill over here a couple times, why not? It's good exercise. Looks like here we've got some incense and silk and coal. Surely worth claiming this territory. 2 and 11, 2 and 12, 2 and 8, 2 and 13. Alright, pop you down over here. Just literally claiming for the sake of claiming. Get those expansionist stars, I guess. Gotta actually attach to get the stars, though. Alright, can I... Please. 2 and 8. Sure, let's pop you down over here. Up over here, we're good. Let's keep pushing and exploring. I suppose we could keep going over here, see what else there is. I can't believe how ridiculously large we've actually gotten here. You have to wait. Alright, Mochi over here. Let's go ahead and get you working on a colonial office. So we can only establish this in our vassals' territory. Let's see. Other civilizations' territories when you are their liege. Right. So, for example, down over here. Generate us some wealth. I find this pretty cool. This is a pretty interesting type of mechanic, I would say. Taking advantage of your vassals in this way. Sure. Set this up over here. A nice little hubby kind of space for it. I like it. All good. Establish the outpost up over there. Yeah, excellent. Now, which of these will be a city? 8 food, 10 food, 3 food. Maybe Lusitania. Go ahead and take advantage of these horses, please. Over here, let's go ahead and take advantage of everything. Let's go, let's go. We've got all the influence we need. Get a harbor established as well. Good spot for one. Aesthetically, I mean. Yeah, we can pop one down over here, I guess. And Lusitania, let's go ahead and make you into a city. There you go. Expansionist star has been earned. If I really want to risk something, I can go ahead and attach everything around you and see how that plays out for us. Let's go ahead and get some garrisons done first, though. Pop you down over here. Pay for that. Excellent. Go ahead and get ourselves a city watch. Pay for that. Public fountain. Pay for that. Attach polis. I don't know if that was a good idea. Attach Anka. Cool. And let's go ahead and build an aqueduct. Pay for you. Get the House of Scribes going, and we'll get some maybe more research buffs going on over here as well. Great, fantastic. Very close to the next expansionist star already, I suppose. Nice. I do wonder if the turn limit will come up or if we'll get our stars. Gunpowder warfare has been researched. Excellent. So that means now we should probably try and establish outpost down over here, get the saltpeter. Back over here, I thought we had some saltpeter. Looks like we have some coal as well. Got oil up over here. Saltpeter up over here with Tenochtitlan. I never get that right. There's our saltpeter. Sidon. Got it. Please and thank you. What else do we have? Oh yes, of course, the horses. Right. I'm gonna pay for all these. And we are now able to recruit the arquebusier. Costs 2 population, actually. And a fair bit of time. Alright, let's do it. If we're going to have war, let's be prepared for it, right? And I feel like we might actually have war, yes. I don't think that's a distant concept at all. I don't think by any stretch of the imagination is it a distant concept. In fact, hang on a second. You know what we should do? Is we should establish a garrison. Here's what we should do. The barracks, go ahead and pay for you. Get our garrison established up over here. Pay for you. Make this the spawn point. Actually tempted to establish another barracks further up. Or not a barracks, but a garrison. These guys look like they're getting aggressive, eh? Anyway, up over here. Pay for the arquebusier. And another one. Another one. And another one, sure. We have room for one more unit here. Good stuff. We can hold the line over here if necessary. Meanwhile, over here, these guys can actually upgrade. I think I need to be on land, though. Can I please? Hey, what do you know? Establish an outpost over here. Also, upgrade. Done. Beauty. Down over here, we have some archers, too, if I'm not mistaken. Upgrade all of them. Get them their guns, get them their training. Good stuff, good stuff. Military, is finally upgrading. It's been so long we've been running around with swordsmen and bows and arrows. It's kind of wild. All right, looking good. Up over here. Upgrade you first. Let's keep moving. Keep these guys moving, I suppose. See what's going on down over here, maybe. This is fun, actually. The fact that we've expanded in such a kind of broken way, you could say, like kind of like split apart and all that kind of stuff. It actually feels, it's evocative of what I was going for, so I'm quite actually enjoying that. Byblos, why don't we go ahead and get you doing what? Why not some more colonial offices? Seems like a reasonable thing to do. Exert our power, right? Remind these would-be rebels who's boss. Sure, up over here. Sounds good. Population loss at Byblos. Oh, damn, we're actually consuming a lot of food very quickly, eh? We should probably counteract that. Establish some farmers' quarters up over here. Pay for them. -2 food, still expensive. Go ahead and establish another garrison up top over there. Done. And let's keep the food coming, shall we, though? +3, +10, there we go. Beauty. Done. Stability is dropping once more. Get another garrison down over here. Guarding every nook and cranny with these garrisons, huh? Kind of awkward. Alright. You.
Do not waste my time.
I've noticed you trespassing. I demand 3,500 gold. I don't think they can afford that.
There is no need for retribution. If a small
Again, the more I demand over here, the less I'll be able to demand afterwards. I should probably just refuse their demands, call their bluff, and get this war kicked off is what I'm thinking. Where are we, though? Down over here? Not far, Kabuzi. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and nudge you down this way. Let's go ahead and nudge you down this way. I'm ready to fight. They want to fight, I'm ready to fight. Go ahead and get a bunch of you. Hey, we actually used up all of our money. Nice. Alright. What's up with this? The walking wounded. Wars, many successfully fought, have been part and parcel of this empire's recent history. Yet those same wars have traumatized many of your soldiers, both physically and mentally. Everything from shell shock to losing limbs has ailed these brave men and women. They hide in the shadows, almost ashamed. Now, some have begun to highlight their plight. Your lead will be vital. How should you treat these soldiers upon their return? We could honor them, celebrate these men and women as heroes even if it costs, or we could ignore them. War is ugly, yet necessary. Our goal must not be derailed. I would like to get the celebrating on the cities. However, this is homeland geared and we're world oriented, and ignore is individualism, which is what we're trying to push towards, right? So, as much as I would like to honor our soldiers, it seems we're going to ignore their plight, because our goals must not be derailed. Decisions you have to make sometimes. Alright, these guys are almost done. Can attach you soon. Let's push you guys out. Keep moving over this way. See what's going on down over here as well, right? Bunch of islands to pick up over here. You guys are doing alright. When can we claim? Pop it down over here, sure. I want that saltpeter. I want it now. Right, so what about these demands of theirs? How about I say no?
The proposal is sloppy.
Nothing.
The answer is
They
no.
forgave them. Cowards. What about this trespassing? Make this
I
demand.
demand either recompense
I refuse
or
yours.
destruction.
Still nothing. Cowards. War support's rising slowly but surely. If they won't declare war, then we will. We're putting us in an awkward situation only a handful of years ago. Alright, good stuff. Put you guys down here. Put you guys down. Oh, can't this turn. Next turn, though. We're good. All the way over here. Yeah, let's see what's going on down over here. I'm curious. Hang tight. Hang tight. What is the war support looking like? Again, I could just declare a surprise war, right?
Serve you.
Hate filled. Show you hate. I will show you hate. I'll give you reason to hate. You're looking good. Ooh. Shallow water over here. Coastline worth exploring, perhaps. These guys are finally out at sea. Exploring here. We can go a bit further, it seems. Alright, good. Population gain in London. Good stuff. There's that coastline. Ooh. Got a redoubt down over here. What about down over here? Is it the same island, or are they two separate? Oh, okay, it looks like multiple separate islands. Nothing worth having, apart from the land itself, I suppose. But, you know, well, like, what's that? What's that worth? A little bit of glory, I suppose. Build a few more districts to make a bit more money. Once we have these guys established, we'll be able to take advantage of the saltpeter, I suppose. The copper, why is... Oh, hey, the copper's not ours. Rectify that real quick. And hang tight. Prepare for war. It's coming soon enough. And looking good over here. Keep on moving. Good stuff, good stuff. Discovered the Great Blue Hole. We're the first to do it. I assume it is this? Yeah. All manner of sea creatures stalk the hole's uncharted depths. From sharks to gobies to angelfish. Angelfish? Angelfish, I assume. Oh, I guess we'll claim this for ourselves as well. Sure, why not? If we can make landfall. Alright, we've arrived over here. All's looking good. I feel like they probably sense something is coming.
To what do I
How much
owe the
more
pleasure?
war support do we need? Make this demand. Refuse theirs. Looking good. Still can't make a proper declaration of war. I think I can only wait for one more turn, folks. My patience wears thin. We gotta go all the way down to Londonia over here. Alright. I think that just about does it for my patience, like I was saying. We should be able to overwhelm these guys. I don't think they'll pose too much of a challenge for us. But I was hoping to get some of the later tech stuff. We're still trying to figure out how to make a 3-masted ship over here. Alright, fantastic. Keep pushing out this way. Push these guys down this way, I suppose. I'm sure there's more to find down here. This is cool, man.
Yes, sir.
This has been fun. Almost done there. Let's go ahead and establish a post. Nope, gotta actually step in here. Okay. Time for war.
Hail, sovereign.
Oh, hey, we can actually declare a proper war now. Good. They call me. They say "Hail, sovereign" as if they respect me. Don't be smart with me. Don't be smart with me. Let's declare this war. It's unfortunate that we have so many demands already lined up, but we'll take what we can take. Watch, I'm gonna lose this war.
We see no choice.
Let's do it. Dive on in. Oh my god, we're so much stronger than them. We're so much stronger than them. I don't really want to involve everybody. Oh, these guys are able to stay out of it. Not if I do that. Alright, cool. Let's push in from here. Go ahead and watch them retreat. And I guess we could push down and then crush them. We should probably auto-resolve this. Let's fight this one, because then we can see the Arquebusier in action. I feel like at least some of you will want to see them, you know, kind of work. And then we can auto-resolve the future easy battles. Play up top over here. We'll have reinforcements over there. Sure. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Alright. Our units first. Gotta step up. Some of them. Oh my god, look at that. These swords will be completely wiped out. Up over here. Where are... It highlights them in yellow. Get you out to here. Get you out here. Kind of exposing them, truth be told. Get you up here. Yep. Excellent. And get you just out over here. Cool. So let's get these guys firing up over there. Good bit of damage. Excellent. Firing up over here. Oh my god. The fact that they can't respond is just so powerful, right? Fire away. Beauty. Up over here we have some reinforcements as well. Bring these guys down to here. And go ahead and bring these guys down to here. Up over here we can fire away these swordsmen and finish them off. Go for it. Ridiculous, I love it. These guys can fire up... oh, they actually can't. Move them a bit too short. Fair enough. Move you up to here. Look at that range as well. Fire away. If we're lucky... oh, so close. Almost killed them all. Almost. Alright, fire up over here. Beauty. Got these guys with some veterancy. Target's outside of line of sight. Push you up. Unfortunately, I thought with the high ground we'd be okay, but guess not. Fire away. And the gunners back over here. I don't think they can get the hits in. So, let's send these guys in. Oh, they won't finish the job. These guys are still alive too. Alright. From these reinforcements then, let's go ahead and get the, these guys... ooh. Okay, okay. Over to here. Fire away. Nice. And hopefully the swords can finish these guys off. Beautiful. I think victory is ours here. Indeed it is. Beautiful. How's the militarist star looking? Alright. Alright, gotta kill 7 more. I don't know if they have that many troops to even bring to the field. I don't think they do. What are we looking at here? Kind of tracking back down south a little bit, sure. Continue that. Up over here, Manchester. Let's go ahead and, sure, establish some more science quarters, I suppose. Not really the best spot for science or anything. Don't... we can make more money. Sure. Doesn't hurt to make more money. Helps us with merchant stars, right? Come on now. Just, like, come on. I don't understand. I must be missing something. Again, I've been recording for I don't know how many hours straight right now. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm just missing something here, folks. Bear with me. Alright, back over here. I suppose we just push in and take Nemosus. Assault, of course. Auto-resolve that. Nice, clean victory for us, it seems. Mount Vesuvius has been discovered. Wonderful. And another city has been taken. Mount Vesuvius down over here. A smoldering presence dominating the skyline, inspiring awe and fear in equal measure. Beautiful. And it looks like, yeah, Londonia is down over here, and Bildwan is down over here as well. Pushing down south. And victory will be ours in no time. What to do with our civics, though? Nothing, really. We're fine as far as our civics are concerned. We don't need to pursue anything, it feels like. I feel no pressure on that front as far as I'm concerned. Oh, more new lands to explore, perhaps? Please? Let me... come on. I believe in you. I believe in you. Let me land. Alright, Moti over here. Let's go ahead and build another colonial office. Again, further exerting our will over our vassals, I suppose. What about over here? These guys are our vassals too. Why should they get off scot-free? There we go. Beautiful. Nice little cubby here for us. What are you... oh, right. What are you doing here? Sure. Go ahead and establish it up over there. These guys are going to keep heading down this way. Lots of these little islands have, like, I guess the value they have would be in a multiplayer game, or a game where the AI has been able to kind of keep up with you, because if you hold these territories, they would have to declare war on you to move through them, right? So in that world, it makes sense to claim these little islands and control the flow of people's movements. You know, that makes perfect sense, actually. If only I needed to do that. Go ahead and connect these two. I think that's quite cool. Neat. And why don't we go ahead and... Anything else that needs building anywhere? You're done. Go ahead and establish that. And another port down over here because this looks pretty cool. We get that builder star. Excellent. And Manchester, can we actually attach anything here? Go for it. There's our expansionist star as well. And let's go ahead and build a garrison right over here. Oh, let it happen over time. No rush. We don't need to spend the money on that. Alright, keep pushing you down. Manchester continues to grow. Byblos has nothing to do. Let's go ahead and... Sure, how about we get ourselves some animal barns. We got horses. We figured out how to deal with horses. Why don't we go ahead and take advantage of that? Move these guys over a little bit. Pull everybody down. You can see the border. Curious if there's a little bit of land hopping to do over here, or if there's a little isthmus or something connecting everything. It's funny to think how far we've gone from that three-way war. Oh dear. Looking good, looking good. What are you up to? Establishing an outpost, that's good. Down over here, more small islands. Again, like, they have their place, right? Just, we don't quite need them, unfortunately. Oh, hey, some horses over here. Yeah, we could conquer that. There's a lot of, deeds as well that we could chase after, right? Conquer each continent. Spread your influence throughout an entire continent. Map each continent. What does that even entail? So there's a lot of options to like discover 100% of the world. Circumnavigate the world. I thought we kind of managed that, but I guess not. I guess we didn't go full circle, eh? Fair enough. Fair enough. This looks like just another island. Oh, actually, there might be something up over here. Three-masted ship has been researched. We have finally replaced this with the flute. Nice. Took some time, but we got there eventually. I like the landscape, but hey. Time has come to move on, I suppose. Nemosus, mutiny over here. Fair enough. Oh, looks like we're being attacked. Like we're being attacked by some absolute fools. I'll resolve that, thank you. There's another militarist star as well. 2 more stars is all we need. Shouldn't be too hard to get. Let's go ahead and hit Mykini over here. Is how I think that's pronounced. More explorations over here. And yours as well, up over here. I hate that it keeps flipping through these guys. They're not idle. I've given them commands. Alright, Byblos. I'm thinking maybe... I'm thinking maybe we, yeah, sure, another, colonial office. Keep making that money. Keep making that money off our vassals. This actually gives some value to having vassals, which is pretty neat. Plus 12 across the board here. Just 1 per territory, I suppose, right? Sure, up over here, overlooking the little, homes of theirs. The distant metropolis. Ooh. Founding cities across your own continent is a challenging endeavor, but still much simpler than founding them on foreign shores. Seasons, climate, wildlife, staple foods, everything is alien, not least a population drawn largely from local stock. Now that you find yourself in such a position, with the empire fragmented across different land masses, you must decide your outlook on such new cities. Oh, this is awesome. I've never had this civic unlock either, and again, it's fitting that it would unlock for this playthrough. Vassal colonies or naturalized colonies. This gives us harmonious, uncaptured cities, and this gives us subservient, uncaptured cities. Okay, look. We're the British, right? This actually moves us towards the homeland, and this keeps us towards global. Now, or worldview, I suppose. So let's stick to what we've been doing, and let's go with naturalized colonies. New cities and their citizens, wherever they may be, are the equals of the old ones. That's... Bah! I don't. Vassal colonies would be fun. Subservient gives us more money and industry for 10 turns each. Naturalized colonies it shall be. Again, I do like that it's... These civics and stuff, they all unlock based on what you have or haven't done. It does make the playthroughs feel special the first time you come across one for the first time. You get that kind of aha moment, if you will. Pleasant surprises. They're always pleasant. I think the term I'm looking for is surprise and delight. This is what you always want to do with these kinds of systems and mechanics. What to do with you? Have we basically claimed everything here? No, there's a couple of spots to claim. Claim it all. Claim it all. I think they've all got coastal connections, even. Alright, what to do over here? They actually have some reinforcements and stuff, but again, technologically they're so inferior that it becomes irrelevant. Or so I think. This is where I find out that they've actually researched nukes. Nah, looks like we're good. Let's dive into the thick of it. Hopefully they won't retreat. Ah, cowards. Well, at least eliminate these one guys. Come on. Truly cowards, truly. Alright, fair enough. Don't want to win as much as I want to kill them for our militarist stars. Moving down over here. Again, trying to establish as well to get some of our... to take advantage of our expansionist, leanings too. Now, I do wonder, okay, if I... Can that be done as the tile is not visible? Okay, hang on. Whoops. Hang on. If I select you... You know, we're gonna try this. Keep you exploring. Keep you exploring down over here. Ooh, Lake Baikal down over here. Excellent. Still value of exploration, and I love that. I love that it's worth looking around. Legend has it the lake's waters came after people's prayers were answered following a great fire-starting earthquake. I'm not familiar with Lake Baikal actually. Like from where it, from which culture it's derived or what have you. Can you make landfall? No, you can't. All right, so up over here. I want to try this. If I push you... Oh, okay. Looks like they're actually coming in for a fight. Maybe. If you're going to come up here, don't just posture. Expect a battle. They might be trying to kind of hold me in place. No surprise. We can strike at these guys. Nope. Retreat as well. But these guys over here, they'll retreat too, undoubtedly. Oh, actually, they'll fight. All right. Auto-resolve that. Nice victory for us. Unfortunately, it's got us all locked in place. And it's pulled me away from my target there. Keep going. Looks like we have... Hey, we've almost made it all the way across. Surely that's got to count as circumnavigating. Probably not. Going, keep these guys going as well.
Alright.
Come on. Come on, they're not idle. There we go. Take it a sweet time. Still exploring over here. The virus. Oh, it's still doing stuff. We're fine. Oh, I guess it must have been a population gain, and that's why it pulled me over. Alright, can I get you over here? Yeah. Try and not engage these guys, basically, so they're still free to move. Oh, you're gonna retreat. Pull these guys up. At least they can move forward this way, you know? Sure, push you in. Let's do it. Might as well. Clearly, we don't have an option. They're stalling. Oh, and they're dying. I'll resolve that. Victory is ours. stuff. Almost got another military star. We're just so overwhelmingly technologically superior. They don't stand a chance. Which is, I suppose, representative of the era. You know, you're gonna come through with gunpowder, and everyone around you is waving swords and pikes and spears. You're gonna have a bit of an advantage. Alright. Clearly, we must select a wonder. The Statue of Liberty, I suppose, is surrounded by water. Getting really loose with the the criteria here. You know what? If we're gonna let's do the Big Ben. We'll see if we can do both, Big Ben and the Statue of Liberty. 232 turns, geez. What do we need here? Must be placed on a river. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. London, where are you? Do you have a river? Ah, of course you don't. Just my luck. Of course you don't. By the way, look at how the harbor looks when you've got it in this, like, kind of a situation with the adjacencies like that. I think it's pretty cool that it's unique like that. Alright. Back up at Byblos? Sure. Up top over here. Extra high because it's cool like that. And let's make sure everybody is assigned to it. Well, we'll wait until they become free of any other responsibilities and then we'll assign it. Like that. On. Night Stalker. Oh dear. I recognize this. I understand what this imagery is going for. The heaving metropolis of Byblos sprawls across the landscape, its vast working population wedged into every pocket of space from industrial shanties to market-side slums. Every day, many of its citizens travel far and wide, and sometimes find themselves lost in the wrong part of town. Perfect hunting grounds for a murderer. And now, one stalks the night. 13 victims struck down over the last 3 months. The citizens are terrified. What will you do? We shall illuminate. Installing street lamps across the city will help put the citizens' minds at ease. It is progress-oriented, and it costs next to nothing. What are 13 small lives among hundreds of thousands? Wow, chance of terrible consequences. You don't say. Put up the streetlights, damn it. Go ahead and claim this. Walk right past it first, of course. An investigation, that's why. Cool. You almost done here, buddy? We can actually claim this little island over here. Don't think there's any reason to, but we can if we want to. The reason is because we can. Alright, look, okay, if we push these guys over here, right? Will we be able to see... Mikey, we won't. Can I give this command? Cannot be done as the tile is not visible. Okay. If I move you up to here, let's say. Tile is not visible. Maybe next turn. Push these guys back. Scare them off more likely. Oh no, they'll actually stand and fight. I'll resolve that, thank you very much. Guess they must have already been retreating. Alright, there's the era star. Almost done. In fact, what do we need for this? Oh, I think merchant will come soon enough, actually, without too much effort. Hang tight, hang tight. Up over here, help with the Big Ben. Same for you. Establish this guy up over here. I think down over here we'll want to get this up and running. Get one of these done as well. Again, just to get our like builder stars and stuff, right? Down over here, let's explore a little bit. Things blocking our path down here. Kind of funky. Wasn't expecting that. I should turn auto explore on. The days of establishing colonies might be behind us. I mean, we might get one established over here for the sake of the horses. Hang tight, buddy. Alright, up over here. Push over to here. So now that we can see this tile, can we? Tile is not visible. What is going on here? Oh, we should just attack it and take it, and truth be told. Move up over here. Of course, they're going to pull back. Let's get up over here, though. This is a little concerning. Let's attack. Assault. Auto-resolve that. Another glorious victory for us. I'm surprised this war isn't over yet, I'll be honest. I'm surprised this war isn't over yet. Are we seriously going to get another militarist star right now? Seems to be the case. Auto-explore, buddy. Movable typeface is so close. Ah, we have defeated the Haudenosaunee. One last battle is all I need. Glorious victory. Don't move camera away. Completely lost over here. There we are. Okay, down over here. Strike at them. Let's fight this one. Look at that gun line. Way too wide. Doesn't need to be that wide. Pull these guys back up over here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Watch we lose this fight. And start waiting our orders. Let's go ahead and get these guys up over here. I don't think I'm too concerned about their front line surviving. This is a kind of funky situation. Up over here. These guys up over here. Get you up over here. Alright, let's do this. I really hope I haven't done a horrible miscalculation over here. Alright. Oh, seems I haven't. Fire away. Beautiful. Fire away. Oh, come on, man. I don't understand this camera thing. I'm gonna close this, reopen this. There you go. Go ahead and fire down over here. I want to see my complete humiliation of my enemy. They should have just peacefully died all those many centuries ago when I first declared war upon them. Would have been less humiliating. There we go. One shot kill. Beautiful. Victory is ours. Another militarist star has been earned. And we can enter the next era. Just like that. Just like that. Don't understand this invisible tile. I can see these tiles. Why would you say they're invisible? Anyway, folks. That, I'll be honest. I think pretty much does it for this playthrough. We've got about, what, just under 50 or so turns. In that time, we could try and explore some of these later technologies, I suppose, but man, I'm exhausted. You know what? Let's keep this going for as long as I can keep it going. I'm gonna try and get to some of those later texts, but I'll be real with you. I am losing my voice. I'm sure you can hear it. It is almost 3 o'clock in the morning, so I don't think we're gonna keep going for too much longer. I don't think I can keep going for too much longer. Make these guys our vassals as well. Force their surrender. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's a lot of vassals. That is a lot of vassals. Next era is available. Remind me later. Guys are almost done over here. Put all these guys to rest. The world is ours. By far the most famous. We're ready for the final era as well. Movable type has been researched. Excellent. Another world deed for us. We'll get to work on this. Revelatory arts. The invention of movable typeface is a great breakthrough, but has the potential to cause massive disruption to existing powers. Via the printing press, ideas, both profound and dangerous, can now be easily disseminated. Artists are in the vanguard of this revolution. So either we can censor the arts, or we have free arts. We are liberty-leaning, of course, so we shall allow for every human soul to reach its potential. Art must be free. Enact the free arts. Good stuff. Another merchant star has been earned as well. Slowly trying to gain technology over here. Even if we, you know what, man, even if we make it to some of these techs, barely gonna have a reason to use any of it since everything's been kind of crushed. But we are amassing great wealth. At least we'll get the trains out, I suppose. Get them there. Get them there. Don't know what all these movements are about. It's kind of wild, actually, having everyone just be your vassal. Or ally. These guys are the only outlier, I guess, the Ghanaians. They're being a little obnoxious. Haudenosaunee did manage to expand a fair bit, but again, we were all the way down to Mycenae, right? They weren't... they're actually not that much larger. Poisoned Whispers. Over the years, you've been advised by an interesting motley of counselors, from cryptic spiritualists to straight-talking soldiers, but none have captured the imagination of your people like the Monk of Manchester, the long-haired, common-born mystic. Unfortunately, although he offers you illuminating perspectives, the people despise him and his folk wisdom. Now they demand his exile. What will you do with him? Banish him, or have him assassinated? The mystic's murder will allow more draconian control over the Empire. Neither of these really align with our line of thinking, but let's go with the assassination. Kind of dark. Again, neither of them really align with our ideologies, right? Looking good, looking good. Come on now. Somebody's up to something. We're up to winning. Thing is, I don't want to declare a needless war or anything, drag this on for another 20 episodes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's not fun for anybody, right? Like a faux extension of a series. That's how I feel, at least personally. But maybe I'm wrong, you know? I'm always open to being wrong. But in just a couple of turns, we will have the steam engine, and I can at least show you how trains work, because I find them to be quite interesting. They're among the most interesting elements from these like final few eras, final couple of eras, I should say, I guess. All right, we're looking good. Big Ben will be done soon as well, I think. 18 turns away. Very nice. All right. Almost time for the steam engine. Oh, we're gonna have to acquire the resources as well. Well, we've got the money for it. It's not gonna be a problem. Steam engine researched. Excellent. We'll continue our research up to aeronautics. Sure. Now, trains are pretty awesome. First of all, let's go ahead and acquire the coal over here. I don't think we would need it, actually. Either way, train stations, you can establish one per territory, and units can move from one station to another at a significantly reduced movement cost. It costs 1 movement point to get from one station to another. So, for example, if I were to establish a train station, let's say, over here, I think, yeah, sure, let's go ahead and establish one all the way over here. Go ahead and rush this one out. And we'll establish another train station in the territory over, let's say, here, sure, you know, by the port, that kind of makes sense, right? Pop you down over there. Go ahead and rush you. Oh, we've achieved the following deed. Build a railway line between 2 cities. But of course, I forgot about that. Fair enough. I'll take it. Then we can go ahead and up to Byblos over here. Over here, we can establish another train station. Let's say all the way up over... I don't know if we can get all the way up there, but we'll try it. By, let's say, this garrison over here, right? The military train station. Sure. Establish you. And then we'll need one in this territory over here. They for the connections to be made, they have to be adjacent. Like in adjacent territory, sorry. I will establish one up over here by Big Ben, sure. Seems like a suitable spot for a train station. There you go. Guys should be connected, okay. I believe we have room for another one down over here. Go ahead and establish one over here. Apparently is an ideal spot, sure. Hopefully I've done this right in my late night haze over here. Hey, you can see the little trains going out. I don't remember that from previously, from the previous build. That's actually quite nice. Now, here's the thing. If we want to use the train station... Oh man, that's so cool. Maybe they were always there and I just don't remember, but that's neat. A little funky looking, but pretty neat. Alright, so if you want to use the train station, you have to start at an actual station. You can't just get on the train in the middle of the tracks. Right? You start at a station. And to get from one station to another, it costs 1 movement point. So we can get all the way from here to there in 1 turn. With 1 movement point, rather, I should say. So let's, just for experimentation's sake, let's keep these guys over here, right? Now, again, regular movement, you can see how tied down they are. Let's go ahead and skip the turn, and the turn. Alright, let's check it out. So with their 4 movement points, they can go from where they are to here, that's 1 point, to up over here by Big Ben, that's 2 points, to up over here. Oh, actually, it looks like we are missing a connection because Mochi, I suppose, should get one. I wonder if this will connect, actually. It had better connect. Get you down over here. Right up. Alright, back down to you. If I want to get you all the way up to here, yes, there you go. So you can see now, from here over to here, 1 point, 1 movement point. Then from there up to the one by Big Ben, 1 movement point. Then up to this one, 1 movement point. And then up to this one is the 4th movement point. So literally, I could have put this all the way up over here, and we'd still be able to reach it. We could start, by that theory, we could start from the train station over here and get 1 movement point to here, 1 movement point to here, that's 2, 3 takes us to Big Ben, and 4 takes us to, Mochi. Like, you can cover vast distances. It is an absolute game changer. And it's pretty cool. Go ahead and send you guys up over here. I do want to see these guys, like, get put on a car, like a wagon or something, and then get moved around, rather than this. This looks kind of funny. I would like to see this visual upgraded, because it is really jarring and kind of immersion breaking. Just, put them on a little train or something and have it make its way over. But you can see the path they take is actually following this as well. So it's stuff like this that has me really excited for the strategies and stuff involved. And again, like I go over in my video as well, if anybody were standing on the tracks, I would be blocked. I wouldn't be able to use that section of track, which is so cool. There's a lot of cool stuff like this. Again, I did do a whole video about the modern era technology, including artillery and aircraft and stuff like that, which we'll just barely be able to get to before our session will be forced to close upon us. So you wouldn't actually be able to see any of it in action, folks. And between that and my, frankly, completely dead voice over here, and the fact that I have other things to record now at 3 o'clock in the morning too, unfortunately, and I hope y'all don't mind, I think I'm going to have to call it not just a session over here, but a series as a whole. We are going to take a look at the next era, the contemporary era. But I believe when we select a culture, it'll bring us to the end. At least I believe. The Australians, first option, Dreamweavers, plus 20% industry on all cities. Is that a reference to, like, the Dreamtime? We've got Strip Mining Complex for extra industry, helping with strategic resource deposits as well. The All-Terrain PMV, armored vehicle, strong against close-ranged attacks. All-Terrain ignores all-terrain movement penalties. That's kind of wild, actually. But you can see 2 iron, 3 oil. These things get expensive. Brazilians over here. They're the agrarians. They've got lungs of the planet. Agronomy lab, all food focus, and jungle brigades, master ambushers, provides increased ambusher bonuses when on difficult terrain tiles. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Otherwise, they are gunners. Yeah. The Chinese over here as merchants. They've changed them. They were builders, if I recall correctly. Now, that's an interesting change. Okay. People's Congress over here. It's money and influence based, it looks like. Guardians. Are there multi-rocket bombard? Can use the bombard action twice per turn. Bombarding is what artillery can do to attack from outside of combat. And it is a heavy weapon. Ranged combat unit can only move or attack in a turn, cannot retaliate against close combat units. With entrenching tool, gains dug in status if they do not move during their battle round. And you can see that it takes, I don't know if I can actually, I can't highlight it. 2 oil, 1, I don't know what that is, steel? It kind of looks like the patterning you get on some of those like steel plates and stuff, right? And then 2, that's obviously nuclear radiation, right? So like uranium, I assume, plutonium maybe, but one of those, radioactive elements in their isotopes, appropriate isotopes. Seems to be new resources we'll be getting access to. The Egyptians are aesthetes. The archaeological dig over here for influence. And the free officers, anti-colonialism. Allied units gain a combat strength bonus when attacking stronger units. I think that's pretty cool, actually. Again, very interesting mechanics in these later eras, especially. The Indians over here coming in as aesthetes as well. Economic elephant. Ashram giving faith bonuses, and peacekeepers in reference to the UN peacekeepers. Peace protector bonus combat strength for each war declared on their owner. Better defensive warriors, I guess. Fair enough, they're gunners as well. The Japanese, this is why you have the Edo Japanese, because you've got the Japanese down the line as scientists. Blossoming innovation unlocks action buyout. I'm not sure what that does. Robotics lab for industry and science boosts. And the Ryzen over here. Ryzen above the clouds. To act as a fighter. Patrol aircraft unit able to provide vision and counter enemy aircraft. Can also strike ground targets with reduced efficiency. Light, destroyed if a single attack ever removes more than half of the unit's health. Wow. Wild. We got the Swedes over here as well, as scientists as well. Research Institute for Science boosts. The Stealth Corvette. Armored vessel strong against close range attacks and stealth. Cannot be seen except by adjacent units. Pretty wild. We've got the Turks over here. People's Reforms, they're agrarian. People's Reforms, Public School for Science and Researchers. We've got the Stealthy Operative Missile. Aerial Stealth, can perform anonymous airstrikes. Does that mean you can just like bomb people without them realizing who did the bombing? Wouldn't it be obvious if you've got one person who's playing the Turks and all of a sudden something gets bombed? And I'm curious how this plays out. I'm very curious how this plays out. And then we've got the Americans over here as expansionist. +2 combat strength in combat for units in or adjacent to the district. Okay, the defense agency. And influence bumps as well. And they've got the Lightning over here. The multi-role aircraft, versatile aircraft unit which can perform both patrols and airstrikes effectively. And aerial stealth can perform anonymous airstrikes. Okay, so I guess there's a chance it could be, either party. And then we have the Soviets. Povrish. Comrades, the motherland calls. Red Tide, modify unit industry cost by 25%. Arms factory. Bumps industry and money. Creates a new deposit of weapons which is automatically exploited. What is that? Oh, what is this? What is weapon? It's a new resource. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting. And then we have the Red Army Tank. Armored vehicle, strong against close range attacks, and flood produces 2 at a time, which is absolutely wild. The strength is 60. Now, who would actually be most fitting for our approach here? Huh. I think it might be the Chinese. I'm considering all the options here. Again, this is the thought of a Thalassocracy. Now, again, in the contemporary era, things are a little different, right? The rules are a little different as far as how you can conquer across the seas and stuff, right? So let's keep that in mind. I mean, the Americans kind of. I mean, they've got the expansionist trait, so kind of, but well, this is a tough one. This is where it kind of changes drastically. But I suppose the reason why I would say China is because of some of the territorial claims and stuff, which is a very constant sort of aspect of the news as far as it's concerned. Like it's a very like present and active thing is literal like literal dominion over the waters. It's a topic of conversation. I guess is one way to put it. The 9 dash line and all that kind of stuff would make it probably make it the Chinese. I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? Which contemporary era do you guys think best encompasses the idea of power over the seas? I mean, again, the Americans with their navy, right? Obviously, is a good example as well. I mean, who isn't? Which of these powers doesn't exert power over the sea? I don't know. Yeah, this is a tough one. It's a tough one. I think I'm gonna go ahead with the Chinese because of what I just said. I feel like it makes them the most fitting. I'm like mulling over a decision that's not going to matter because the moment we adopt this culture, it'll be the end of the game, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead with the Chinese. Behold the indomitable spirit of industriousness and bravery. Sure. Little party pin over there. Sure. There you have it, folks. Another glorious mini-series in this glorious game of humankind. I hope you guys had a good time. I had an absolute blast. Again, I know in this last session especially, I was talking a little bit about losing my voice and tried my best to like keep that at bay. So I apologize for that if I sounded a little a little hoarse at the end there. But that does not take away from the fun I have with Humankind every time I sit down to play it. It's kind of why I can do these marathon sessions, is because I'm having a good time. I like the momentum we get, and I like just kind of pushing through it all and just having a good time. Again, I hope you all enjoyed this mini-series. If you did or didn't, let me know down below why. Let me know what I could have done better, what I could have done differently. Let me know how you felt about the whole thing, because I would love to know as we move closer to the release of the full game. I would love to know, what people would like to see from this channel. Now, again, folks, if you did have a good time, leave a like, leave a comment. It does make a very big difference. Don't hesitate to join our Discord either. Link is in the description down below. It's a good place to hang out with like-minded individuals, play multiplayer games and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought over here. It's been a wild day, folks. Let's go ahead and skip the rest of these guys to watch all their progress, of course. Take a look at this. Second place came Isabella. Her best era was as the classical era Morians. I would know because they declared war on me. Third place, Aminata. Best era was the classical era Celts. I would know because I declared war on them. My best era was actually the industrial era as the British, when we just kind of went around and conquered everything. Felt pretty good. I feel like we lived up to the theme of this series, closer to the second half of it. Look at that smug smile. Good stuff. Look at that explosion of fame over here. There's no contest, really. Food, we started to just consume a lot of it. Industry, almost always on top. Money, almost always on top. Science, the leader. Influence, the leader. Stability, yeah, let's not look at this one. That was wild. Population, yeah, fantastic. We were actually not doing so hot at the beginning. We were raising a lot of troops and stuff as well. Religion, the dominant one, for sure. Research. Oh, you know what? We were actually technologically behind for a very long time. This is why we were up against heavy infantry and stuff. But then you can see there's a bit of a tipping point right about over here. Gunpowder. Beautiful. Trade. We didn't participate in trade too much. Military. Yeah, this was, it was a good last war to have. Because these guys were stronger than us. And then we just absolutely obliterated them. And the city count as well. At the end there when we went exploring and actually deploying our colonies. Folks, I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. Humankind has been a fascinating experience as far as game is concerned. We do a lot of we've done a lot of very different stuff across the different miniseries. I'd love to know which one of these has been your favorite. I do not have another one planned for this closed beta, unfortunately, but I am curious to know which one was your favorite and why. You know, I'd love to know. I always like knowing what people like or don't like, so I can kind of plan accordingly moving forwards. But folks, this is where we're going to call it. You had a good time. Again, I've already told you, you know what to do. You're familiar with the drill, I'm sure. Just want to give a massive final thanks to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Again, y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time. Cheers.